Welcome into Spectrum News 13, Destination Space News now. Time now is 3:01, and we are counting down to the Axiom-2 mission launch from right here on our Space Coast. Let's take a look at the live feed now and kind of take a look and see what's happening out there on the Space Coast. And as you can see, astronauts are in place. There is the Axiom Space Shuttle there. And you can see also the countdown. We're down to 2 hours, 35 minutes and counting down. This is a launch we will have live for you on Spectrum News 13. It is looking to be so far a very lovely day out there on the Space Coast. And let's head out there now. That's where we find our space experts. That'd be Greg Pallone, Will Robinson-Smith. Gentlemen, you know, Vern Lundquist always had the iconic view from the 16th tower looking down at the green. Greg and Will, I think you guys have a better view today.
Yeah, Vern would be envious, I'm sure. That is an iconic shot, but we've got a great shot, too, as we're right here at the press site at the Kennedy Space Center. Pad 39A, 3.5 miles behind us with the SpaceX Falcon 9 poised for liftoff. Beautiful shot of that out there at the pad if we want to look at the live feed and see that SpaceX Falcon 9, more than 200-foot tall, 230-foot tall out there. And if we're looking at the feed now, if it's right, we see our astronauts are on board the Dragon crew capsule, Will.
Yeah, all 4 members of the Axiom-2 mission. On the right-hand side of your screen, on the left, is the Crew Dragon Freedom, getting ready to make its second flight to low Earth orbit and dock tomorrow morning at about 9:30 with the International Space Station. Going for its second flight, as I mentioned, the first time carrying the crew 4 astronauts up to the space station. They're all now back safe on Earth, perhaps watching from Houston or wherever this launched this morning, or this evening, I should say. As you can see, beautiful skies here in the background as you look toward the Atlantic Ocean. Keeping our eye on the weather, though, of course, as we do with every launch, there is about 60% chance of favorable weather for this mission today, but of course clouds are the thing that we're watching.
We do have a nice breeze down here to keep the heat down just a bit, but you know that crew's excited. They're heating up there in the Crew Dragon capsule, ready for liftoff at 5:37 p.m. from launch pad 39A right there. And speaking of the crew, we actually had a chance to catch up with the pilot, John Schaffner. Let's hear what John had to say about this mission.
I certainly hope that what I'm trying to do here will demonstrate the value of a private position in a space flight through all the things that we're doing that can show and encourage others to do that.
Yeah, and John Schaffner is the pilot for this mission, but pilot is a title he's had for a very long time. He's been flying since he was 17, and in fact, he's logged more than 8,500 hours in the cockpit. A bit of an adventurer. He's also gone on about 4,000 skydives with his wife, so they do cycling, they do racing in cars, on bikes. I mean, this guy is an adventurer through and through, and now his next quest is up to space. I mean, the final frontier. What better conquest?
You got to wonder if they stop moving on the weekends doing all those activities. So that's very exciting. Great to hear from him and how exciting this will be for a first-time flyer. Again, we have 3 first-time flyers on this mission. And, of course, our veteran former NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson is the commander. But, again, things looking good so far for this 10-day mission. 1 day up, 1 day back, 8 days of research, 20 experiments going to be taking place with the Axiom-2 private crew. So they're definitely going to be busy. But, again, things looking good so far, Will. We do have to talk about the landing. The SpaceX Falcon 9 first stage booster will be landing at landing zone 1. That means about 8 minutes after liftoff, we will hear a sonic boom out here on the Space Coast. So be ready for that. We know that crowds are going to be gathering all around the North Brevard area here and around the Kennedy Space Center. So an exciting day as we're about to be sending more people up to the ISS. For Will Robinson-Smith, I'm Greg Pallone, Spectrum News 13.